Hey everyone, welcome back to Dark Facts 2. 0 girls go sexually weak for guys who do this. You've probably wondered if there's a way to make a woman feel something for you. She can't quite explain. A pull that isn't about what you say or even what you look like, but the way you affect her. The truth there is, and it's not about luck or natural chemistry, it's about knowing the right triggers, subtle moves and moments that slip past her thinking brain and go straight to the part of her that responds without permission. In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to do it. I'm giving you 21 of the most precise under-the-radar moves that make her sexually weak for you without a single cheesy line or over-the-top gesture. Each one is designed to be felt more than it's consciously noticed, because that's where the real power is. So pay attention, because after this, you won't just understand what makes her weak. You'll know how to make it happen. 1. You pause mid-sentence like, you forgot what you were going to say and let the silence hang. There's a strange kind of magic in an interrupted rhythm. You're talking, telling a story, and then you just stop. Not in an awkward way, but like you suddenly got distracted by her. Your eyes settle on her mouth, then flick to her eyes again, and you almost smirk. That small shift, that break in your verbal flow does something primal. It's the conversational equivalent of touching the small of her back in a crowded bar. Subtle, but her body registers it instantly. She doesn't consciously think, oh, that was hot. Instead, her pulse ticks up half a notch and her skin feels more sensitive. It's because the pause isn't just a pause. It's a micro-invitation for her to feel something. In the space you just opened. And that space is where desire can grow unnoticed, like a fire, catching from a single spark in the darkness. 2. You reach for something slowly when she's already watching you. Fast movements are functional. Slow movements are suggestive. Picture this. She's sitting across from you, her gaze already on your hands, and you reach for your drink, but you don't just grab it. Your fingers curl around the glass with deliberate ease, your wrist turns lazily, your shoulders stay relaxed. It's not about showing off anything. It's about creating that moment where her attention locks onto the curve of your fingers, the way your forearm shifts under your sleeve. She won't know why she's noticing, but she is noticing. This works. Because you're not rushing. Rushing is need. Slowing down is control. And sexual tension thrives on control. And when you move with control, you're not reacting to the world, you're shaping it. That makes you the center of gravity. And she can't help but lean into your orbit. 3. You keep your voice low even when she's leaning in. Here's the thing. When she leans closer, most guys automatically raise their volume like they're trying to meet her halfway. But the guys who make her go weak, they do the opposite. You keep your voice steady, maybe even lower it, forcing her to lean that extra inch. That inch is where the electricity is. That's where her perfume hits you a little stronger. And she feels the warmth of your breath when you reply. By not giving her the easy way out, you're making her work for every word. And the human brain is wired to value what it works for. This subtle shift turns conversation into contact and turns ordinary words into unspoken promises. 4. You notice something about her, but don't explain what it means. Imagine you glance at her and say, "You've got that look right now." That's it. No elaboration. No, you look tired, or you look cute, or any safe, predictable line. Just that look. She's instantly curious. What look does he mean, good or bad? Why isn't he telling me? And while her mind is spinning, her body is processing the fact that you've just framed her in a moment of mystery. It's an unfinished sentence that her imagination will absolutely fill. And when the imagination is engaged, the body follows, and the space between what you said and what she thinks becomes charged with emotion, tension, and curiosity that borders on obsession. 5. You take a beat before answering her questions. Most guys fire back with answers like they're on a game show. But when you take that micro beat, it changes the frame. It's like you're weighing whether she's earned the real answer. And here's the kicker. Women pick up on that microbeat subconsciously. It's not a game of playing hard to get. It's the physical demonstration that you're in no rush to give yourself away. That calm possession of your own time and words is ridiculously attractive because it's rare. It's the slow confidence of someone who knows his value and invites her to recognize it without trying to prove anything. 6, you let her talk herself into saying more than she planned. When most guys sense she's hesitating about sharing something they try to coax her with, you can tell me or it's okay. I won't judge, but that's all noise. Instead, you just watch her lightly nod once and say nothing. The absence of pressure makes her fill the space on her own. And when she does, she feels slightly exposed in front of you, but in a way that feels safe. That safety plus exposure combination, that's where sexual weakness blooms because you've shown you can hold what she gives you without flinching. And that builds emotional intimacy, which is one of the strongest fuels for physical attraction. 7. You interrupt her not with words, but with touch. No, not in a grabbing way. Imagine she's mid-story talking animatedly, and you just reach over and lightly brush something off her shoulder, or you adjust the bracelet on her. Wrist like it's crooked, you're in her flow, and then with one physical gesture, you cut through it. That little shock to her nervous system isn't threatening. It's engaging. It drops her out of her head and into her body, right where you want her, and now that you've connected with her physically without asking for permission, her body begins to trust yours instinctively. 8. You hold her gaze after the joke's over. Most guys laugh, look away, sip their drink, move on. But if you keep your eyes on her after the laughter fades, just long enough for her to notice you've shifted the energy. Now it's not just ha-ha. Funny, it's, we're both thinking about something else now, aren't we? That moment right after laughter is golden. She's already feeling good. Her guard is down and you anchor that by adding just a hint of heat before breaking eye contact. That gaze lingers in her memory longer than the joke itself, and it's how you turn fun into flirtation. 9. You speak about something physical. In a non-sexual way, but your tone says otherwise. This is about layering meaning. You could be talking about how soft a sweater feels, or how cold the drink is, or how warm the sun is on your skin, but your tone, that lazy textured delivery, makes it land differently. She's hearing one thing and feeling another, and humans are drawn to that gap between surface meaning and subtext. It's a place her body can react without her mind having to approve it. And the more that happens, the more she associates your voice with sensation and your presence with pleasure. 10. You don't respond immediately when she teases you. She throws a jab, playful, flirty, expecting you to volley right back. Instead, you just smile, maybe tilt your head slightly like you're filing that away for later. That delayed retaliation keeps her on edge in the best way. She's now anticipating when you'll get her back. Anticipation is tension, and tension is the oxygen of attraction, because when she's thinking about what you might say or do next, you've already won her attention, and that's the first step to winning her desire. 11. You lean in like you're about to say something, then change your mind. You close the space between you, your shoulder brushing hers, your mouth, just a breath away from her ear, and then you straighten back up. No whisper, no explanation. That half-finished moment will haunt her senses for the rest of the night. Her body was already bracing for the warmth of your voice on her skin, and you took it away, not cruel but deliberately. That absence becomes the loudest thing in the room, and she will replay it over and over, trying to decode what almost happened. 12. You look at her hands while she's using them when she's pouring a drink. Fixing her hair or gesturing in conversation, you let your gaze drift to her hands, not her face, and stay there for a beat too long. This is dangerous in the best way, because it bypasses the usual face-to-face interaction. She suddenly feels your attention somewhere she wasn't expecting it, and it's oddly intimate. It's like you've just noticed a part of her she didn't realize was on display, and in that moment she becomes hyper-aware of her own body, which makes her more receptive to yours. 13. You create stillness when everything else is moving. You're in a busy room. Music, people talking, glasses clinking, but you stand there with your drink unmoving, just watching her, not glaring, not grinning, just still. When the world around her is chaotic, and you're calm, her nervous system tunes into yours. That grounded energy isn't just attractive, it's addictive. And in a charged environment, it reads as intensely sexual because she feels anchored to you without even touching you. And the one who makes her feel safe without saying a word becomes the one she wants to get closer to without understanding why.